Hello and welcome to the course Automate Salesforce with Lightning Flow. In this video, we will learn about flow resources and variable, and also we will create a simple screen flow. Okay, so let's get started. Resources are placeholder. They functions similar to merge fields in email template or formula. Okay, so these are the types of resources that we have. We have a constant, formula, text template. We have a choices. So we have a different choices option here. So you can see we have a collection choice set, record choice set, pick list choice set. We have a stage variable, a stage resource, and a variable, right? So these are the available resources we have in the flow. So we will see one by one all these. We have a constant, so it represents a fixed value such as a tax rate. So the value of constant will never change in the flow. Okay. Then we have a formula. So it is like a calculated value. Okay, just like a formula field that we use, right? So for example, create a formula to calculate the 90 days from now and set this date in close date of opportunity. If you have a requirement like that, so you can use the, you can create a formula and you can use that in the flow. Okay. Then you have a text template. So this represents the formatted text. We can use this in email body, okay, or you can use in the chatter post. We have a different choices option here. So it represents the option in the screen component. Okay, so if you want to show the options to the user, you can use the choice resource to do that. Okay, you have a stage. So stage represents the user progress throughout the flow. Okay, so if you are creating like a wizard, different wizard, so if you need to store the stages of your wizard, you can use this resource to track the stages, okay, for the user. Then finally, you have a variable. So it represents a value that can change throughout the flow. Okay, it is just like a variable in the Apex code, right, that we use. So variable is a placeholder for a value. You don't know it, right? Every flow resource is a placeholder, but variable are the only resource that can change during the flow. Hence the name variable, right? Using assignment element, we can update the flow values. Okay, we can update the variable values. You can use a variable when the value can differ based on certain conditions. Okay, and you cannot reference a field from a Salesforce record directly. So the field value must be stored in the flow using a variable. Okay, so here we have a variable types. So we have a different types of variables that we can use. So we have a text. So in text type, we can store the IDs, description, or any other text that we want to store. You have a record type. So in record type, we can store the Salesforce record. Okay. You have a number. In number, we can store the number. We have a currency, so you can store the currency values. We have a boolean. So in boolean, we can store the value true and false. We have a date, can store the date values. We have a date time, we can store date as well as time. Okay, we have a pick list, and then we have a apex defined type. So if you have any if you have defined any type in your apex class, you can use that as well. So now let's switch to Salesforce, or and I will show you all these resources and variable in flow. Okay, so here you can see I am here in the setup. So I need to search flow. Okay, and I will click on a new flow here. So I will select a screen flow and I will click on create here. Okay, so you are aware of the flow builder, right? So you can see here the button bar, right? And then you have a canvas here, and you have a toolbox here. Okay, you can see here auto layout is selected. You can change this also. So when you select the free font, so you will see the elements here. Okay, if you select auto layout, then you can add the element with the help of this little plus icon. Okay, when you click on that, so here you can see all the available elements you can select as per your requirement. Okay, so here in the toolbox section, you have a button called new resource. When you click on this button, so you can see here we have all the types, resource type. You have a variable, constant, formula, text template, all the choices, stays and all. Okay, so you have all the resources available. So you can select the resource and you can create the resource here. Okay, so when we select a variable, so you can give the name of the variable, you can put the description, and then you have a picklist here to select the type. Okay, so we have here all the types that we discussed. So you can just select the type, then you can select the values also, default values. If you want to set the default values, you can set that. And here you can see two checkboxes. Okay, so first is available for input. When you check this checkbox, then your variable will take the input from it will take the input outside of your flow. Okay, for example, you can set the value in this variable from process builder, or you can set the value from other flow. Okay, similarly you have other option available for output. Okay, so output of this variable can be used in any other flow as output. Okay, uh, so by default variables can store only one value. Okay, but if you want to store more than one value, then you have to check this checkbox, allow multiple value. When you check this checkbox, then your variable will become a collection. It is just like a list. Okay, or array, you can say. So it will act like a collection. Okay, when you select the record type, then you have to select the object. So you can select the objects here, and it will store your object record, Salesforce object record, with all the fields and everything. When you click on this, then it will act like a collection, account list. Okay, now let's create a simple welcome flow. So we'll just display the current username and some messages on the screen, and we'll paste this flow on the home page. Okay, so when you click on this little plus icon, so you will see all the elements here. So I will select the first one, screen. Okay, here in the left bar, you can see the components. You have input component and you have a display component. So I will select display text component here, and I will drag it here. Okay. I need to give the name of this display text. So I will say welcome text. So it will accept the underscore. only. Okay, now here in this rich text field, I can put the value like what message I want to display. So I will say hello, and to display the current username, I have to click on this lookup here, and I need to select this user global variable. Okay, and then first name. So this is like a merge field, or you can say a placeholder. Okay, and I will add the message here. Welcome to the course. Automate Salesforce with lightning flow. Okay, so and also because this is a rich text field, you can format your messages, your font. So let me just make it bold, or you can also change the color. So you have a different options you can do with the text. So let me just select the color. Then okay, and when you scroll down, you can see the option here. We have a set component visibility. So if you want to display this display component in like certain conditions, so you can do that as well. Here you have option. So currently I have selected always. That means this component will display always. Okay, if you want to set in particular conditions, so you have option here. You can put the condition, and in that condition only your component will display. Okay, for now I will keep it simple, and I will choose always. Okay, and I need to click on done. Okay, so we have a error message. Why? Because we have not provided the name of this screen. So let me just give the name. So I will say welcome screen. Okay, you can put the description. You have settings here to configure the header of the screen and also footer. Okay, so when you click on this, so you can see here you have a checkbox called show header. So when you uncheck this, then header, so it will hide the header. Okay, when you click on show header, then it will add the header. Okay, you have a checkbox here, show help text. So when you click on this, so you can provide the help text here. So when you add the text here, so it will display up here. Okay, in the help text, you can also select the help text you already have. Like if you want to use the custom label, then you can use that, or from any other resource you want to display the help text, you can do that. Okay, you just need to select the resource. Okay, uh, and when you click on the configure footer, so you have a option here to do the configuration for your footer. So you have here the checkbox called show footer. So when you uncheck that, so your footer will not show up here. Okay, when you check, then it will add. Okay, for these buttons you have the settings. So if you want, you can hide these buttons. So let me just, and also you can provide the custom labels to these buttons. Okay, so you have the options here. So let me just hide the pause button and previous button. Okay, okay, all set. So I will click on done now. Okay, So we have the flow ready now. Let me just click on save. So I will say welcome flow. You can put the description and click on save. Okay, so now the flow is saved. It's time to test the flow. Okay, so you have a button here called run. So we can click on this button. So let me just click on this button and our flow will execute. Here you can see it's saying, hello Arun, welcome to the course Automate Salesforce with Flow. Okay, so that means it is running perfectly. Now we have to activate this flow. Okay, and then it will be available to use. Okay, so let me just activate this, and let me go back here on the home page, and I will edit this page. And I will add this flow on the home page. So let's search flow here. So here you can see the flow component. I will add it here. And I have to choose the flow name. Okay, here. So I will search for welcome flow. Okay, so I have selected this. So you can also choose the layout here. So you have either, you can select one column or two column. I will select one column here. You can also set the visibility here in the lightning record page, like in which condition you want to display this flow. Okay, you can do that here. But for now, I will not set any condition, so it will always be visible. Okay, let me click on save. And then we will see this flow on the home page. So when I go back and I refresh the page, so I can see the flow here. Okay, so the message we are seeing here, the flow level we have, and then we have a button. We also have the help text here. Okay, so when you click on that, it will show the help text in the modal box. Okay, so that's it guys from this video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe our channel for upcoming videos. Thank you. Bye bye.